Hello, everyone, and welcome to another game showcase here at IndieX 2023. I'm here today with Bjorn to show you and talk about an awesome game called Wandering Sword. Hello, Bjorn.
Hello, Patricia. How are you today?
I'm fine. What about you?
Yeah, doing good. Just end the work day, but super happy to be here and share with everyone here a little bit about our game Wandering Sword.
Yeah, I was just looking at you right now and I totally need to see your t-shirt. Please show everyone. You have
Sure.
a game t-shirt already.
Yeah, yeah. I have to
Oh,
show
so
everyone
cool.
that this is a Wandering Sword T-shirt that we had. Okay, so we will occasionally hold some nice giveaway to give out some of these amazing shirts. There's several designs as well, so be sure to follow us on Twitter and stand a chance to win yourself one of these amazing T-shirts.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Honestly, they look really cool. So, now moving on to awesome stuff besides the shirt, which looks great. So, let's talk about Wandering Sword.
Sure. So I'll give a quick introduction about what Wandering Sword is about. So Wandering Sword is actually a pixel Chinese martial arts RPG set and in Asian China. So you play as a role as a young swordsman caught up in a deadly feud, and in this deadly feud between two rival sects, you get caught up, and some of your friends actually died, and to put yourself on a position where you can save your friends and aid the weak in future, you set on a path to be a legendary martial artist. So seeking to learn different forms of martial arts, make friends with diverse martial arts companions, travel the world of Asian China to forge the path of a true hero and eventually becoming a legendary Wuxia master.
That's really cool. And well, you just said it in in your last part. This is the Wandering Sword. Its genre it's wuxia, right? So would you care to explain to everyone who doesn't know about it a little bit more about what a wuxia world is, wuxia journey entails? I'm
Sure.
probably not saying it right? Wuxia?
Yeah, actually, you got it. Yeah, the pronunciation is about there. So it's spelled as Wuxia. So you can pronounce it as Wuxia. So what it
Oh,
literally means in Chinese is martial heroes. So it's actually a genre of Chinese fiction that concerns the adventure of martial artists in ancient China. So, this idea of wuxia is actually goes all the way back to many, many years ago, where, during our childhood, we all grew up, watching this kind of Chinese martial artists, learning different martial arts. And,
yes.
if you think of our superstars like Donnie Yen, Jackie Chan, they actually came from a background of wuxia as well, Chinese martial arts. So that was the whole concept and idea of the term Wuxia and why we actually one of the reasons why we got inspired from for Wandering Sword.
Oh, that's amazing. I was going to ask you that. Where did you get the idea to do the game? Can we just please move to the game? Because I want everyone to see just like the starting screen, how lovely it is. So we now have a proper background to talk about this game. Um, yeah, I was going to ask you where all the inspiration came from, and then you said you talked about all of that, including movies here in my country. Probably one of the most known movies on Russia would probably be Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I think everyone knows that. O Tigre e o Dragão in my country. And well, that's a way to know what we can expect of this game because we love martial arts, we love fantasy and magic and stuff, and it's a brilliant mix. And I don't know who had the idea to make an RPG because when I think about this, I think that RPGs are probably one of the most challenging things to do because you need to have great storytelling, a great story, to be able to have a great storytelling and great characters and great mechanics, and Wandering Sword has it all. So how do you embrace this? It seems like really a really difficult choice to make, because it's going to be a hard journey for the heroes, the devs. So
Yeah. So I can share a little bit about this and why we actually set on this journey to make a game like Wandering Sword. So apart from the concept of Wuxia, right? Being our developers being born in the 80s, they actually grew up reading all of these Chinese novels, Chinese martial art novels, as well as watching shows like movies like exactly like what you said, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragons. So, growing up, we learning about this Chinese martial arts culture in Asian China, and in addition to during those period, what's very popular is this kind of pixel RPG games. So that was actually how our development team got inspired to create a concept like this of an RPG game set in ancient China. And with all these Chinese martial arts, there's a lot of different plot twists, a lot of different martial arts style that you can learn, and you will actually explore in the game later on. And that was the experience that we wanted to give to people playing Wandering Sword. That it's not like a linear one track way where you just do and you reach the ending, but you realize that there's actually different options, different plot twists. I'm not going to give too much spoilers, but
yeah,
it's all
don't.
part of the culture and how Asian Chinese martial arts and novels and stories work.
That's that's nice. So we have started the game already. This is the beginning of the journey, and well, you've talked about multiple endings and stuff like that. Would you care to share with us how many different endings, or that's a secret and we have to discover for ourselves?
Um, I don't want to give too much spoilers, but I can say that it's definitely more than five multiple endings, and the ending is actually not just choices that you make at the end of the game. So this ending, which ending you will actually experience, is based on some of the choices and decisions you make along the path of your journey as well. And
Okay.
you get to see different endings, such as saving the world and taking over the reins of a prestigious martial arts sect. You might see an ending that ends up in you failing. You might see an ending with you being a lone wanderer, like Wandering Sword, and even more endings than that as well. So I want to let every one of you here to experience it. But there's definitely some people who have played the game and shared some of their endings as well. But it's much better for you guys to really experience it firsthand, so you can really feel the whole culture and storyline of the game itself.
You were talking uh, a little while ago about how everyone grew up playing these pixel games, and how it was, well, amazing. It was an amazing era to live. A lot of different pixel games existed, RPGs and so many others, and I'm really happy that you took the chance to do a game like this, because we have the privilege of, in my opinion, we have the privilege of living in another era where these games, these pixel games, these 2D HD pixel games are getting the credit they deserve, and a lot of games are showing up, not only from big companies but also awesome indie gems. And what a great time to be alive and to be able to afford every single game that comes out, because this is amazing. It started a few years ago with a few games like Octopath Traveler and stuff, and now you get so many RPGs to play with these looks, these incredible looks, and I feel like I'm in paradise. And thank you guys for the choice of the game looking like this. I think it's amazing, and probably more people feel that way. I think it was a great choice, really.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your compliments. You know, myself being born in the 90s as well, I grew up with pixel art being a part of my growing up lives, playing all kinds of different games as well. So, you know, Wandering Sword, definitely brings me back to my childhood, right? You bring me back to, thinking about all these Chinese martial arts novel that I've read, combining with a pixel RPG. I guess it really hits it, at least for me and quite a few people that I know that makes them feel like, hey, this is something that I want to relive, I want to re-experience again. And I am glad that we managed to give that experience to everyone who played the game as well.
Yeah. And not only that, you guys managed to do a perfect mashup, in my opinion, because for everyone out there watching this, this isn't only an RPG game. This game also has grid tactical combat, which is one of my favorite things to happen to have in a game. So mixing up an RPG with a tactical combat, which we will see in a second. Oh, it's perfect. It's amazing. It's it's a really joy to it's a real joy to play this game. I
Yeah.
really enjoy both genres.
Yeah, thank you very much. And on top of, we also know that for these people who like this kind of RPGs, right? Something very familiar to all of us is turn-based combat, right? You know, you taking one turn, the enemy taking
Yeah,
one turn, and so forth. That's something very familiar with all of us. But we thought like, hey, why not we give people the choice and we look back at how modern RPGs have done it, right? And that's where we
yeah,
decided instead of us doing just turn-based, why not we account for those who like lightning fast-paced action? And that's where we also incorporated real-time combat in our battle system. So you as a player, depending if you're a strategist or you're the kind that likes to go lightning fast-paced action, you can toggle between any one of them and change your battle style anytime you like.
yeah. I hope we get to show everyone that in a little bit, because both play styles are actually pretty satisfying. At least I think that. And well, so we have started the game and we have started our hero's journey. And right now they are getting attacked by the two different sects that are at war at this continent, at this place. And we are this one, the main character, and these are our friends. And well, if you want, do you want to talk a little bit more about the context of what's happening here?
Sure. So right now, what you see is actually the beginning of the storyline where where I shared earlier on your left side and right sides are two rival sects that are that are in they're about to clash in battle. And our protagonist, Yuan Yi, together with his friends, they were just ordinary people transporting someone. And in the midst, while taking a break, you can see that right now they are caught in the middle of this of these two rival sects. And and you can see like right now there's actually two choices for you to pick: leave quickly or offer advice. But you soon see that this is actually the start of his journey of a path of being a martial artist to be one of the top one in to forge his path as one of the top martial artists in the pugilistic world, so that he can be in a position to save his friends and protect the ones that he loves.
Oh, it was an ambush.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I've read a bit about Wuxia, and usually, oh, and our friends are not looking very good. This is one of the things that usually happen at the beginning of that type of story. There's a hero and something tragic kind of appears happens. And wait, we have a character that came to help us, Master Qingshu. And now we get to see for the first time the combat. One of the types of combat we have available on this game. We can see the grid where we can move. Or do you want to explain the combat
Sure.
now that we are actually seeing it?
Sure. So right now is where we are going through the tutorial, and you can see that we are teaching on how you do actually move around the grid as well. So this grid-based combat is also something I believe is something very familiar to all of us. So right now we are in a turn-based combat. So you just take your move, and once you take a move, you can, for this particular character, because he's one of the strongest character in the game, from what you see now, there's different attacks that you can use, right? Different kinds of attack, all of which have different casting range. So depending on what you like, position yourself strategically so that your attacks can reach the enemy and reach them and attack them.
Yeah. So we really have a lot of different skill powers that we can use, and within each slot we will have in the future different skills to use. So this game has a huge variety of skills that you can actually use, and each character will be proficient in some kind of weaponry, and this is something that we also usually are very familiar with. Attacking from the sides increases accuracy and damage, and attacking from the back, it's even better. So right now we have 3 skills in cooldown. It's pretty cool, the skills in this game. At least I feel like it, because you have a ton of first of all, you have a ton of information happening on the screen at each time, but you can, I think it's not confusing, and you can see the global picture here, because you have the range, you have what the skill does, what does it do on you and on others, and depending on the skill level you also get special effects that make everything change, because some effects will improve you, some effects will improve your damage, your skills, and so it's not really just straightforward to just punch everyone in the face. There are skills that actually improve others and make a cadence in what your play style, because like with martial arts you also have a different play style for everyone. I think you guys achieved that really well. Sorry, I'm rambling a lot because I'm really excited about the combat in this game, and I don't know if you want to add more stuff, but for now let's go with a mighty attack.
Yeah. I think you got it on the point, and I'm glad that you enjoy it, and I have nothing else to add apart from just saying, I hope that you will enjoy casting all these skills. And maybe a little tip that I can share is, to move around and make sure that you cast that unique skill after it cools down, to see some really pretty amazing animation of this special skill.
Yeah. So just a quick question. The lightness skill is always about moving more or moving different, or more stuff happens here?
Got it. So there's a lot of different kinds of lightness skill, but particularly for this Wutang lightness skill, how it works is that when you cast it, right, it actually makes you be able to your loading bar to move faster. So how it works is actually that you can actually increase either more space depending on the kind of lightness skill you use. You can move in more spaces around the grid, and in addition, it's also possible that you might be able to maybe move 2 times before your enemy move 1 times. So there's a lot of different kinds of lightness skill, but at least for this Wutang lightness skill, that is what you can do.
Yeah, because we saw right now, and the action bar, the key went up really fast. So, oh, sorry, we can cancel a wrong move on the right button, and I'm going to attack this one.
Yeah.
Master King Shu is really strong, and now we have our unique skill available, Tai Chi swordplay, and we are going to show everyone how cool this is and how cool this looks.
Yeah.
And how we could all embrace the life of a martial artist because it looks really cool. Oh, we survived! Shenwu is quite strong.
Very strong. In this match, he's one of the boss. So on certain case, different battles, you meet one of the stronger one, which will be the main character to defeat.
It's really satisfying to see the skills happening all the time in our screen.
Yeah, and what you showed earlier is actually just one of the many unique skills that we have in the game. So and Master Qingshi is actually using a sword. So there are 5 different weapons that you can choose to use and master. And out of these 5 different weapons, there's actually different martial art style and different special and unique skills. So you get to see and experience all the different kinds of animation and feel how cool it is throughout the game.
So let me just interrupt you for something for game context here. At the start of the game, we were poisoned. Our friends, well, they are not looking very well, but we survived and we are poisoned at the moment. Although Master is like defeating everyone, we are not looking so well right now. So this will move the plot forward in the next minutes. And back when we were at the combat, we could also easily see which type of martial art we were proficient with, and not only us, but also the enemies. I haven't played the game for a long time yet. I'm at 5-hour mark, and at least for now, I don't have any special counter skill like fists are better against something, and there's a skill that will probably be better against a lance user or stuff like that. I don't know if that exists in the game, but where I was, it didn't exist yet. But you do get a lot of information during combat on your proficiency and the others as well. I think the combat screen is really pretty and informative without being full of stuff,
Yeah.
I know there wasn't a question, sorry.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, the question was, are there skills that counter directly other type of martial arts? Because I haven't found any yet.
So I wouldn't say there's any skills that will counter any different martial arts. So the whole reason of why we did it this way is that every martial arts has its own distinct uniqueness of their skills as well, and it's exactly like how it was in Asian Chinese culture, where every martial arts they have all their special strengths and weaknesses, but it's not in a sense where it's elemental, where water will beat fire, fire will beat grass, for example. Whereas in martial art, Chinese martial arts, every sect has a unique powers to it, which makes them on, I would say, equal footing with other sects. But of course, there are more well-known martial arts. Example, Master Qing Shi is from Wutang sect, so that might be in a way considered one of the pinnacle of martial arts form. So I hope that answers the question.
It does explain a little bit. So we in a way that we are not expecting like a weapon triangle or something like that, but in a way that everything is, like you said, since every weapon has a different range and type of attack in terms of the grid, it makes everyone powerful in its own way. So
yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah. And
So
go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
okay. Yeah, so I'll just share a little bit more. So you are exactly right. So for example, let's say there are certain martial arts or weapons which might be better close range. And when you're in close range, you get a much higher attack power. So for example, Western martial arts which has a big area of effect skill, where you get to cast amongst and attack many people around you, but that in terms of damage might not be as high as that close range single attack per se.
Yeah, it's great like that because you can choose your own play style. And now focusing a little bit on the story. So Master took us here so we can recover from the poisoning, and we have just met this little kid and her father, and they have been taking care of us because we have been poisoned, right? So they have been helping us. In Xiaotong, we just gave her some food, and we have raised our affinity with Xiaotong. So Wandering Sword as yet another mechanic that is you can actually get affinity with characters and do something with it. Would you care to explain, everyone?
Yeah, you got it right. Building affinity with certain characters does have some value to it. Where after you build up a certain affinity level with some characters, you can actually recruit them to as a martial arts companion to embark on your legendary adventure with you. So these martial artists are scattered around the world of Wandering Sword, and each one of them you will notice have their own unique martial arts sect that they came from, their own specific weapons as well. So building up your affinity with them will allow you to recruit them into your party and just make your whole RPG Wandering Sword experience even better.
I think that's really nice. And well, talking about Wandering Sword, now that we have seen a little small bit of it, what do you think that makes this game different from the rest?
Mm.
Be it an RPG or something else, what makes this game so great, so unique? I know my answer to this game, but I would like to to know yours.
Sure. So I think first off is the unique dynamic combat system which I shared earlier. Being able to pick between real time and turn based, whichever your preference is. So we don't limit someone to a single play style, and having different martial arts sects, weapons for you to choose from. So that's one. Another is for our game that is set in the context of ancient China, where you as a player will embark on a grand odyssey through that. So in our game, there's over 75 breathtaking locations across 5 diverse regions as well. And so, it's literally like an open world RPG set in ancient China, and you
Yeah.
yourself get to experience the whole grandeur of how ancient China is like as well. And we have also a vast library of martial arts armor and weapon, several to choose from. I can't even count how many they are, and you can also craft, you can find them, and build your own arsenal, and you can also build your team specific to the way that you want it. And I think another one which what we just touched on is being able to build relationships and
Yeah.
recruit fellow swordsmen as well, fellow martial artists around the world. So these martial artists have their own personal journey, and it's not only just recruiting them in your party. You get to understand their own side story as well, what led them to be who they are, and then being part of your journey as a whole as well. And I would say last but not least is what we shared at the start, multiple endings, which also leads to high replayability. So
Yeah.
all in all, if you're going to explore, we will say that for someone, for a first run playthrough, it's going to take you at least 20 hours. And if you're the kind, the full RPG enthusiast who wants to explore the whole world, do all side quests, recruit everyone, it can probably go up to 50 hours and more.
Oh, I totally believe that because I have like 5 hours in the game, and I feel that I've experienced yet so little, but I have done so much because I want to gather everything and check every little spot, every little nook and cranny, and it's really pretty. And the scenery is really pretty. The music is lovely. So you just get with it, with the exploration and stuff. And before going to help the little girl, there's another cute thing happening in this game that I wasn't really expecting. When I think about, an RPG and tactical combat and stuff, I don't really expect to find gathering. I mean, I expect to find gathering, but besides you having your usual normal stats and combat stats, and you also have life skill masteries, which is amazing. And you have cooking and fishing and tailoring. You also get to level this. So I'm pretty sure one will not only use 50 hours to finish the game, what I'm getting at. You will lose a lot more hours just leveling everything and discovering everything, and there are probably recipes going around and you will want to gather everything. So but I don't know, this is really nice. This game has so many mechanics, big and small, happening around. What why did you decide to have like this kind of skills to level up? This
Yeah.
is just taunting us to put everything
Yeah.
on max.
Yeah. I mean, it's also part of the experience that we want to create, like a whole RPG experience, and not just a way where a very linear journey. So we felt that by incorporating this kind of life skill mastery, like what you said, fishing, gathering, tailoring, crafting, right? We believe it adds every little bit of it adds to the overall experience, where you feel like whatever that you are doing in the game contributes to what you want to achieve at the end of the day. So, for example, right, if you have spent so much time fighting so many enemies and you just want to take a break, so why not go for some fishing to just wind down and relax, and in the meantime, just gain some experience from there and being able to catch better fish. And for tailoring and crafting, right, as you
Yeah.
continue to build up that life skill, you realize that that actually helps you to unlock even more weapons and even more armors throughout the game as well. So we just wanted to add in this element of, I would say, a choice within, just like how we created this vast open world for anyone to explore wherever they like,
Yeah.
whenever they want as well.
So we have reached 60 points in affinity, and we have just recruited Zhao Tong to our party, and we are going to teach that stinky monkeys some lesson. And we can go to our menu where we can see our stats, and we can also see Zhao Tong's stats already, and she has way better equipment than we do at the beginning, so she's going to kick everyone's ass, and we are still learning. And well, there's a lot of information in the menu, and you can also check your skills. Right now, we only have normal moves. That's what we saw in the combat, but we will be able to get all of this and a long list of them, and we will able to select. And the characters we recruit to our party, usually they only have one weapon mastery, right?
Yes, the characters that you recruit to your party will only have one unique weapon mastery. So, because for them, based on their story, that's what they specialize in. But with that being said, that is also something that will make the protagonist very special, because you are starting from scratch, and as a protagonist, you not only can select. You will not only be able to learn just one martial arts mastery, but you can learn all five of them. Every weapon, every skill, every martial arts, which then makes it special, right? Because
Yes.
you get to choose what you want to specialize in, what you like, what you dislike, what kind of skills you like. It's all up to you and your choice to make.
And that makes you really the greatest of them all on your story, because you get to be a master in a lot of things, right? So that's really good for the story as well. And I would like to say that, well, right now we are playing with two characters in our party, and we get to control both because we are in this type of combat, full static combat in turns mode. And I would just like to point as well that since the beginning, since the release of the gaming, that was just like a month ago, this game is really new in the scene. It was only released a month ago, right? And you guys, have like 1,000 good reviews on Steam already, because, well, everyone feels the game is great. I understand, but you keep on improving stuff. For example, the combat speed. It was something that you guys added after the game release, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was through the feedbacks that we've gotten, and that we added the not only the 2x combat speed, but also the option to toggle between manual combat or turn-based, manual or auto combat, regardless of turn-based or real-time you choose.
Outside of combat, okay, that's
Yeah.
nice. We don't have that choice yet, but we will have a little bit in the future.
Yeah, actually you can, just at the top right, that manual and auto, you can actually toggle it, and then when you change to auto, it just battles for you as well.
Oh, I hadn't tried this one. So everyone goes on auto, not only the other characters, but mine as well. Oh, I hadn't tried that before.
Yeah.
That's
So
really
that in a
nice.
way, yeah, especially you are going on long hours of adventures, fighting all kinds of enemy. Sometimes, even as a martial artist, you get tired as well. And sitting on a chair, you get tired as well. So we incorporated, getting players from feedback. What do everyone want? To have this 2x battle speed multiplier, and also an option to toggle between manual gameplay and auto gameplay, despite whatever combat system that you pick. So that is a result, and it's also thanks to all the feedback and suggestions that we got from our community members, that we can hear what the people want, and us, we just want to make sure that we answer to the community, give them what they want, and that's what we did.
That's really nice. That's really nice, and that's really thoughtful of you. And fun story. When I was searching more information about this game and about you, I saw that you guys answer people a lot online, to reviewers on Steam or other websites. You just go there and take the feedback and reply to others and add your insight and take what people are suggesting. And it brought a smile to my face to see what you guys did online regarding others' feedback. And I, even before meeting you, you had already helped me with the game because of one of those posts. Really, I'm going to tell you on what,
Great.
in a second.
Sure.
So, do you want to explain what's happening now? Because this is another cool mechanic in the game.
Sure. So what you're saying now is actually this thing called the martial points, which is part of the user interface to actually improve the level of your own martial arts skill. So on top of that, what you see on the screen now is this thing called cultivation method as well, where it's also part of your skill. And cultivation method is something that in Chinese we call it like we call it qi. You actually gather your energy and you cultivate your energy. And through this cultivation method, when you use martial points to level it up, you actually get to earn this thing called meridian points, right? And these meridian points is actually another mechanic in our game. So instead of us having a traditional RPG mechanic, right, of leveling up one level by one level, we actually gave another choice to players of how you want to build your meridian as well. So that goes by, in Chinese, we have this thing called acupoints, right?
Yes.
And you activate this meridian, use your meridian points to activate your particular acupoints, you get a stats boost as well. So that is our way of incorporating this level up element in place of what we see in typical RPGs.
That's really nice because it works pretty well with the game, but it's also highly thematic and makes you feel and learn about a lot more about how, I'm not saying how it works in ancient China, because well, this is magic and stuff, but the the story, the myths, the mythology behind it, it's really nice. You learn a lot, and it works. It actually works in the game. It's really nice, and the skills are really thematic, because both the one related with the speed and cultivation are things that enhance you somehow, not exactly damage you're doing. It's a betterment for you. So it's really nice. And I was trying to to reach the point where we get to another cool mechanic of this game. Right now they are chatting, and our protagonist has learned about cultivation and has been, well, cultivating it, and is making himself better and learning a lot, and all of this with the purpose of defeating the venom, because remember guys, there was a venom thing in his body happening, and he's trying to defeat it, to master it. And well, we have talked about weapons, we have talked about multiple endings, we have talked about a lot of different stuff in the game. There's only one missing as far as I know. Let's just skip here a little bit. So this is a very cool system, another very cool system that you guys have in this game, and it's the Meridian map. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. So this was what I was sharing about the Meridian map, where you whenever you earn the Meridian points by upgrading your cultivation methods, you get to activate a certain meridian in your body, and like what you see on the screen now, acupoint striking. So when you select the acupoint and you strike in your body, so this is actually part of how ancient Chinese martial arts are as well, where this kind of martial artists will actually strike their acupoints and to either relieve pressure in their body, and in our case it actually unlocks a certain part in your body, this pressure point in your body, and makes you stronger as well. So this is our way of including this level up mechanic in the game.
Yeah, you unlock extra stats and extra passives, and you get better with every single unlocking. And well, it's a nice system, another nice system to improve your character in a way that makes sense to you, because there are different ones. So Bjorn, we are getting near the end of our little time slot here, and unfortunately it was really, everything just passed really fast, because this is an amazing game and we have a lot to talk about, the story and everything. But now that we are at the end, is there anything that you would like to say, to you would like to tell to everyone about the game, about your studio, whatever you want, a last message?
Yeah. So I just like to tell everyone that for if you guys enjoy what you see here, Wandering Sword, do check us out on Steam. We have just launched slightly more than 1 month ago, and right now we are actually sitting at close to 10,000 reviews on Steam with a 92% positive rating. And for us, the journey doesn't stop here. It's actually just the beginning for us, and we have actually planned out an update that's going to happen sometime this week, where it's our first time that we are going to release our soundtrack finally for Wandering Sword, and we have another big update planned for this week as well. So as we continue on our
Oh,
game, you get to see more updates coming up as well, and we hope that you will enjoy the game. And check out on ourselves. Check out Wandering Sword on Steam, and if you like the game, purchase it, and also leave us a review on Steam. And we'll be very grateful and very appreciative of your support.
thank you, Bjorn, for being here. Thank you for that incredible news. I'm sure everyone will just go and take a look at the Steam page and check out this game. It's amazing, and as you heard, a lot more updates are coming, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. And well, stay tuned for the next game that is coming. And next game is Let me check. Just give me a second. Sorry. So next game will be WrestleQuest. As for us, Bjorn, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing us your game, this amazing game, and I hope everyone gets to play it. And thank you so much. See you
Thank
guys.
you, Patricia. Thank you for the opportunity. Bye bye.
Have a nice IndieX.
You too.